Okay, part two. Experience is why supernatural things happen when we talk. Believe it. And if you're not casting them out, what good is your mouth? Did somebody hear me there? Let's say that again. Experience is why supernatural things happen when we talk. And if you're not casting them out, that's demons, that is, then what good is your raggedy mouth? Do you feel me? Or do you hear me? You gonna hear me or you gonna feel me? One. Have mercy. By the time I'm done, we're gonna POP, push out power, baby. What kind of power? The only power for this hour, Holy Ghost power. Matthew 24:24 is in full effect. There will be things that we're going to see happen that people have been expecting to happen since 2012. It's going to go down beginning this year. And that is also being reflected by the dreams and visions that people are having now, myself included. I had a very ill dream. Let me just mark it down, my dream too. I forgot about mine. My homegirl Mercedes, a few years back, she had an ill dream about Nibiru, and she don't know nothing about Nibiru. But she had an ill dream about the Nibiru Project Blue Beam deception. I don't bit mo believe no alien spaceship coming here. This comes every 24,000 years and blah, blah, blah. They lying to you. Partially because NASA is playing a role in playing the role. Overplay for the underlay. It's classic game 101. It's chess, not checkers. You see, NASA is going to be used to help keep everybody confused. You know, they'll show some pictures, show that they're obviously doctored. Do you think that them Nazis at NASA could not doctor something beyond your recognition? You're a game goofy goober. First of all, mind control is about chess, not checkers. About making you think that we're making you think something when we're making you think something else. That's double mind 101. So they want to make you think that you're seeing them hide something from you, so that in an effort to find it, you will be blinded looking for a star like this you can't find. But in an effort to find it, you're going to end up following the breadcrumbs that they've laid down for you to follow in the first place. So they can already determine your desired end, where they want you to end up. And where they want you to end up is in a belief that fallen angels are actually UFOs, and that these fallen angels that are coming from other dimensions will actually come from outer space, and that they're going to come on a planet-sized ship like a Death Star. The Death Star. The Death Star is the sun to those who have to run from it. Black hole sun, won't you come? So all of these things are happening and being promoted by mainstream. Even if the promotion is to look like we're trying to hide it from you, it's still a form of promotion. Do you understand? So when you see NASA being quoted, or well, NASA showed us this, or we saw the scrub video from NASA, you should think Disney. Because it's about mind control and illusion, baby. Baby bear. You're going to get it sooner or later. Okay. Remember. So, again, experience. There are certain things, certain things that are being revealed in these days of revelation, Jeremiah 33:3, that we will not be able to check by academic sources. First of all, how wise was it to allow for academic sources to be the proof of truth? How wise was that? When you call yourself on one hand against the system, or an illuminist, or an anti-illuminist, or a truther on one hand, but then on the other hand, you're quoting the things that come from academic in scholarly sources. As if you don't realize the academic and scholarly sources are controlled by the same brotherhood that lied to you and constitutes the Illuminati. That ain't triple OG. I ain't sitting here. Oh, we heavyweight jamming. But we ain't running. The wicked flee with no man pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. And I'm a Detroit Lion of Judah, believe it. I don't play for UNLV, and I don't play for nobody. Jeremiah 33 and 3. Call unto me, the Lord says, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. God will show you things, because you can't trust these academic games, because essentially they're run by Illuminati gangs, the fraternities and sororities. Believe it. Believe it. First of all, everything you quoting from history, or everything that you quoting concerning ancient Kemet, or things that you quoting concerning the magic of either of Crowley or of the ancient Egyptians, you're getting it from approved, prescribed sources. Who approved them and who prescribed them? Well, how am I supposed to know something, brother? Well, you're a sad sap. There's only one way to really put some knowledge up under your cap. And let me tell you something. It might make you so mad you want to crap. But this is it. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And see, you don't want to fear the Lord. Lord, I know about all that, homeboy. You don't want to have a master over you. You'll call one man a master teacher. But you don't want to have a real king over you. A king of this thing. A real Messiah, messenger of Yah. Not just a prophet, but a messenger straight from Yah. A part of Yah, manifest in the flesh. So it's Yah himself in the flesh. Just by that. That's too hard for you to wrap your mind around. And again, it's not a thing of bowing down to what Constantine said or did, or bowing down to what King James said or did. But if Tutti Frutti King James can overpower your God is awful weak. You're not listening to me, though. You don't feel me, though. So, hear me now, believe me later. You're dealing with a God that can be changed by printing presses. You're dealing with a God that, excuse me, that's subject to editing. You're not dealing with my God. So again, experience is why supernatural things happen when we talk. That's why the phone flickers on and off. That's why some of you are experiencing electrical difficulties when we rap. It ain't because of me, but I can't lose with what I use, and that's the Holy Ghost with the most. Please believe it. So as long as that's flowing through, and people say, oh, well, you know, demonic energy feels like a tingle and angelic. How do you know? Who told you, the Pope? Nope. You're making up stuff, and you really need to sit down, clown, on your duff. First of all, when you have enough experience with these demonic forces, you'll realize that all they do is a sloppy copy, a lightweight jam of the great I am. So you're giving the devil and demonic forces a creative power. You're saying they can create this tingle. No. When I cast one out, when the Most High used me, my raggedy mind, my raggedy mouth, to cast one out, first of all, when it came into the body, it felt tingly. Yes, it did. Lightweight jamming. Like magic fingers. But when I had to bow myself down and just cry out to the Most High. I don't know what to do. Just help me, help me. And just totally lay that pride down. What he sent me was more powerful. I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about it. And it rushed up to the bottom of my feet. And it was electrical too. Let's deal with electricity. First of all, the devil don't have no patent on electricity. He has no patent on nothing. All he can do is take or borrow an idea from natural phenomenon and twist it up. That's his thing. That's his thing. That's all he can do. So you give him too much credit and saying, oh, well his stuff tingles and the other one, it burns. Huh. There are many people who have had experiences with demonic forces and it burned them. And there are people, here's one, who's had experience with angelic forces and it was like an electric chair. That's how I've described it time and time again. So you, my friend, are a liar. Chris, Lala, whatever your name is. And you too, 13th sign. You jiving and signifying and messing with people's mind. And I'm going to tell you what, you're trying to keep our people blind. And if I get a chance, I'm going to put this foot to your behind. Because guess what? It's time now. It's time to pluck up and to tear down and to throw down. And it's time to throw down these clowns on YouTube, making people feel bad, passing around bad spirits like a flatulating fool. And it's time. It's time to plug you up. Unplug you up. Believe it. Child sucker. Looking like a grizzly bear. Have mercy. I don't play no games. I don't even play lottery. But I'm going to still have fun when it's all said and done. And I'm going to have fun with you, homeboy. I'll bounce you around this YouTube like a ball. You don't want to battle. And it's time to battle. It's battling time. Because guess what? I know your game. And all of the rest of y'all liking. I know your game. And it's time to call your name and get you up out of here. Get off my stage. Have a seat, Stanky Feet. Now, is examining the enemy's strategies the way we do useful? It shouldn't be fearful. We need more praise. Yes, we do. The joy of the Lord is your strength. But viewing exposing the enemy as something less than joyful, to me, it isn't quite right. Exposing the enemy brings me joy, like Anita Baker, baby boy. The enemy relies on darkness, so it's a positive thing to bring it into the light. What does it say? It says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, rather expose them. It should not cause you fear. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Fear is a form of bondage. All things done in the darkness must come to the light. Our people perish for lack of knowledge. These are the days of revelation, which means to reveal. Nothing shall be hidden, except that it must be revealed. The last days shall be as it was when? In the days of Noah. Well, that meant that the occult would dominate by way of the fallen one's influence. And the occult means hidden. So that means that which is hidden must be revealed. My job is not to go along peacefully. I not come here to bring peace, but with a sword. For the Joshua generation. There is training for every division of this military. Identify your division and serve or swerve. We're going to ride or collide. And we ain't going to hide. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. But the tribe of Judah, give Yah all he deserves, not just what's comfy for you. You can't keep on just doing the same old thing, the same old song and dance. Not me, not you, not nobody. Because he says, sing unto me a new song. So there's some new things going on in the earth. There's new information that needs to be dealt with, and there's a new ministry that will deal with those things by the Ruach HaKodesh, by the will of the all-knowing Ahaya Yahavaha, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, or Bahashema Mashiach Yahavashah, in Jesus' name. You ain't ready. Experience, 20 years of experience. Been where you still trying to go. And overstand where it's going to end you up, bro. How much conjuring have you done? That's the real knowledge on the flow. How many sacred geometrical circles have you created? Have you opened up? How many beings from extra dimensions have you dealt with? Have you ever cast the demon out of an individual? Simply by your presence, have you ever caused the demonic essence to be uncomfortable? Have you ever caused one who is possessed by a walk-in to have the walk-in tell you its name? You lightweight jamming in, buddy. Sit down, clown. So now, if you're not casting them out, what good is your mouth? You doing mouth service, you bumping your gums, you flapping your trap, and you need to pat your feet on the concrete and beat it like Michael Jackson. Because I'm telling you, you just as lightweight. Now, give Yah all he deserves. Give the Almighty, the Most High, Ahaya Yahavaha, all that supreme perfect force, that perfect energy is deserving of. That's praise, that's prayer, and that's warfare. The sacrifice. That's sacrifice. When you give what's not comfortable for you to give, that's sacrifice. Anything else is uncivilized. Now, for the women, for the sisters especially that have been attacked with issues of blood in these last days, where the serpent's original target was the womb. Because of fear that Christ would come via the portal of a mortal, aka the womb, Lucifer, Azazel, Halal, Shaitan, the adversary, has been going hard on the womb, and many of the poisonous products that are available out here are aimed at women. Nobody has more chemical and poisonous products in their possession than a woman. Nobody does. A man, he might have him some shaving creams, toothpaste, some deodorant. Hopefully you have deodorant and not antiperspirant. You need to perspire. But a woman, oh my gosh, she got setting lotion, she got gel for her hair, she got not just shampoo, but she got conditioner too. She got a bar soap, she got liquid soap, she got hand sanitizer, she got lip gloss, she got lipstick, she got eyeliner, she got mascara, she got some of everything. And guess what? Unfortunately, cosmetics was brought down here by the fallen angels in order to take advantage of womankind's vanity. Yes, this is heavyweight funk. You see, the time you spend in front of the mirror constitutes crystalmancy. What is crystalmancy? Magic using crystals. And yes, that old mirror that you're looking at, oh, it's glass. Oh, ye simple ones, how long will ye love simplicity? Have mercy this evening, ham biggity burger. Don't be game goofy. Lord have mercy. What do we do now? Come out the trick bag. That's what you do. So many products. They put placenta in the shampoos. Countess Vaughn, who played on the Parkers, she's her forehead got ate up so bad. A big shout out to my sister, my beloved sister and friend, True Brown from Motown, who put this in my ear. Countess Vaughn, I had seen something on Facebook about it, but I didn't know how true it was. But the Lord knows how to give you confirmation where and when you need it. And Lord, not lard, and leered, and all. The Most High Don't try to catch me up in antics of the Semite. Anyhow, Countess Vaughn forehead got tore a mess. Why? Because of wearing lace fronts and the glue involved on weaves and all that type of stuff. All in an effort to look like something other than what you do. Natural beauty would be the very best for you. But I like her. I like. Do as thou wilt. Your will gonna jack you up. You better do what you should, not what you will. Your will. You don't know what you like. You was trained to like the things that you like. From the time you was a little weak tyke, you didn't have much choice in the matter. You did the same thing that your mother did before her, and before her, and before her. And we're talking about people that run these industries that have taken the oath to promote and further the great work. What is the great work? Establishing the kingdom of the Antichrist, or establishing the kingdom of Lucifer in these last days and times, who is out to steal, kill, and destroy. So therefore, part of establishing that kingdom is to create products that, on one hand, generate income because they work on a certain level, and on another hand, will generate dead bodies, because this is about killing and stacking bodies to the ceiling. You don't hear me though. You too near me not to hear me clearly. Now, speaking of which, you have the harvesting of organs and selling body parts, and transhumanism, bionic men, necromancy, and cursed flesh all are part of that. And secret societies, of course, because guess what? They're not harvesting organs to sell them to me and you. They ain't gonna slang me no new fingers, because mine is broke. Been broke since I was 14 years old. They not finna sling me no new grill. You know, I got to pay the dentist a couple racks to get this back. It's a wrap on that. Believe me. But anyway, yeah, I earned mine. Don't earn yours, sucker. But yes, there's a harvesting of organs, selling body parts, and transhuman, bionic man, necromancy that's going on today. Especially, there was a article that was sent to me by my good sister Lala, and it stated, it was talking about FBI searches Detroit warehouse for human remains. The story broke nationally December 15th, 2013. But guess what? On My Fox Detroit, Fox, gotta watch Fox. My Fox Detroit broke it first on 12/12/13. Have mercy. And who was it by? Muriel Lou. Her name and her little stilo and everything just screams Eastern Star. Now, as of, you know, and of course she's a reporter on Fox 2 News in Detroit. Fox 2 News in Detroit, like any other Fox 2 News, had mind control anchors on it. And there was a joke that me and my homeboy, my cousin, my family, the Dukester, Mob Town Slim, we used to always make. Alan Lee Thomas. Now they had Alan Lee Thomas. Okay. Now this is a trip. Alan Lee Thomas. That's strange. It's just a strange thing. And if you're from Detroit, maybe you can appreciate it. Yes, Al Allen have retired. I happened to be downtown when the Tigers was winning, and bump into Al Allen. And he was a nice old dude, cool old dude, but you know you got to be boule to be around for that long. But anyway, they had 3 anchors. Al Allen, Alan Thomas. 3 morning anchors. All under mind control, all babbling in the morning, like the rest of the Fox folks do. And their names was Al Allen, Alan Lee, and Lee Thomas. Did anybody catch that? Al Allen. First of all, that's a double name, right? Because if your name is Al, it's either Alfred or Allen. So Al Allen, Then you got Alan Lee. So another dude, last name was another guy first name, and then you got Lee Thomas. So his last name became Thomas's first name. That was just too much for me. We was cracking up about that when that first came to mind because in Detroit you think they lightweight jamming. They ain't about nobody. Alan Lee and Lee Thomas. But that just goes to show you that it's Fox everywhere. So look at your Fox reporters' names, guys. And we'll play a little fun game with that. But anyway, let's get back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'm gonna make them understand. Not from a triple OG's perspective. But anyway, a Detroit man who sold human heads was accused in a body brokering case. The FBI removes human remains from a business on Detroit's east side. They said first that the FBI was expanding, as of January 21st. Again, there's a cusp. That's the cusp coming out of Cap going into Aquarius. Aquarius is I know. Capricorn is I use. They was going to use these body parts, I know. The knowledge that they were going to use these parts came out. But anyway, is that a stretch? 121:14, and 21 is a multiple of 7, and so is 14. 7 times 3 is 21, 7 times 2 is 14. Anyway, as of 121:14, 7 Action News learned that the FBI is expanding its investigation into a human body parts selling network with ties to local business. Okay, it was found first near Coleman A. Young International Airport in the December story. Next, biological remains was housed in a shabby warehouse on Detroit's east side. So now, be careful, because a box of books is to make you dumber than a box of rocks. Don't be trapped in a box of books, okay? That's the magic book trap. It's a trick bag. So you got to be able to see into these news stories. When you hear a news story like that, you got to look at it with the scrutinous eye. It's quite dubious, but you got to know how to put it together. Now, we was looking at the website for the Detroit Masonic Temple, which is said was the largest one in the world. Hamburger. Why Detroit? Well, it goes back to that Crawling story that I told you guys about before. And I'll save that for the next one, because it's going to be kind of long when I tie everything into it. But just in short, in the article about the Masonic Temple downtown Detroit, which happens to sit on Temple and 3rd, in their own promotional material, it said that they were out to create enough space, to house all of the bodies of this particular lodge, And they kept using this term. Instead of saying lodge members, they would say bodies. That's how they was using the term. They would replace the word bodies for what you would think should have been lodge members. I still didn't say that quite right, but you get what I'm saying. What's overstood ain't got to be explained. So why was that? Why is that? Dun, 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 dun. Well, because they are hollowing out bodies, getting the spirit up out you, making room for the cruel beast that thump, moving your personality, your ego out the way, so a new personality, an alter ego, can be placed in you. And guess what that alter ego is going to be? The bad guy. Say goodbye to the bad guy. That alter ego will undoubtedly be demonic. But they have to first get you to agree to it. So you willingly make up a new screen name for yourself on Facebook or Twitter or wherever. You have aliases. If you rap, you got aliases if you play sports. You got aliases if you don't do nothing but just walk around the hood. You know it. Oh, that's Pookie. Oh, that's Boo Boo. Oh, that's Man Man. You become these beings that you have allowed to come into you because you've given a false name or a false personality life. How did you give it life? By walking in it, talking in it, answering to it. But guess what? You couldn't put a spirit in it. Only the true and living God. Only the spirit realm can handle that. The true and living God can put a new spirit in you and give you a new name because of it. The spirit realm, it tends to happen backward. You get a new name, then a spirit comes jump in you. Believe it. So that's part 2, and I thank you, and I believe that's where we're going to leave it. But I shall return, and not like Custer Buster.